Here we go. Corona BS Victoria. People in Melbourne should have to wear face masks. For the next 6 weeks, most Victorians will be living in lockdown. But experts believe there is one rule that needs to be brought in to stop the virus. The Victorian government's latest lockdown may seem extreme and even overcautious by international standards. But there is still one rule the state needs to impose if it wants a real chance at beating the virus. The lockdown came into effect overnight, putting metropolitan Melbourne back to stage 3 restrictions for 6 weeks. The measure was brought in after the state saw a record-breaking spike in new BS19 cases, with 191 cases on Tuesday and 133 recorded yesterday. But while the restrictions may seem harsh, experts say they may not be enough to stop the virus's spread if another rule isn't imposed. WHO advisor blah 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 said making people wear masks in public is an important factor to stopping the spread of the virus from the Melbourne hotspots. I think the way authorities are dealing with it now should bring it under control, but I would like to see a more preventative approach for people leaving to go to work. I would add in wearing face masks in all of Melbourne, as they are still allowing workers and students to move out of hotspots. Professor McClaw said introducing the use of masks was important, as Victoria had decided to take a softer approach with the lockdown by still allowing some people to move out of hotspots. If you were going to full eradication, you would not allow people to leave at all for 2 weeks. But as this different approach is being used, all of Melbourne needs to use their masks. Since the pandemic began, the federal government has avoided calling for the general public to use face masks. But many experts are urging Melbourne residents to use masks, with the Australian Medical Association yesterday adding its voice to the growing calls for mask use. How COVID-19 spreads by air. Look at this fucking bullshit. Droplets, aerosols, arseholes, that's all it is. It's all bullshit. I'm not going to worry about it. The decision to send parts of the state back into lockdown has been a controversial one, with many residents upset as facing another 6 weeks under tougher restrictions. Do you blame them? Do you blame them? No one's dying. I don't give a fuck about your cases. Looking at the advice from WHO on when it is acceptable to start easing restrictions, it may seem that Victoria is being overly cautious in its approach. Do I go on any further? Look at these morons. No, I'm not going to read it any further. You get the gist. You get the gist. It's all about trying to stop the clusters from spreading further. From late May, moving into June and early July, this is their peak flu season. What you are seeing is large family clusters that will spill into workplaces and other family clusters. You can stick your fucking clusters up your fucking clacker. I ain't wearing no mask. Anyone tries to put mask on me, yeah, let them try. And you wouldn't believe it, out of nowhere, just received this. As you may know, our community guidelines describe which content we allow and don't allow on YouTube. Your video, wearing a mask drops oxygen levels to danger zone, was flagged to us. Flagged to us, my ass. For review, upon review, we've determined that it violates our guidelines and we've removed it from YouTube. If you recall, what it was showing was a guy with one of those readers where he put it next to or inside a mask, and it dropped and it started beeping. It dropped below the 19.5, I think, level, down to 17, because there was lack of oxygen. And so how does that violate any guidelines? By telling the truth. It clearly is just stating the truth. The guy wasn't lying. He had one of these meters, oxygen reading meters. But no, perfect timing with what I've just shown you here. It's all about wearing a mask. We'll have to remove those videos off YouTube. We cannot show that to the people. And wearing a mask is actually making you sicker. by, even developing bacteria, germs, whatever, on the mask. And of course, you're not breathing any oxygen. You're just sucking in your own carbon dioxide, that evil carbon dioxide that we must eliminate. So there it is. Now, get ready, folks. Get ready. It's all about the masks.